Hey everybody, Tony D with a Piney podcast. I got to do this one. Beer virus hospitalizations in New Jersey surpassed 1,000 for the first time in July. But here's the interesting part about this report. Now, there are 194 patients in intensive care, 80 people on ventilators. The rest are not. Now, they're in the hospital, but they're not on ventilators. They're not in intensive care. So I would assume that the vast majority of them will recover. And there were 14 new beer virus deaths within the past week. They're not reporting it when there's no deaths. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. This is Wednesday. I'm pretty sure we had. What did we have yesterday? Like 4 yesterday or 10? We had 10 one day and 4 another day. Although I didn't do. Did I do a Piney podcast yesterday? Yeah, I did one. So, I mean, why aren't they reporting today's deaths? Why do they say 14 for the week now? It's like they gotta get it past 10 or it doesn't matter. This is a subtle media thing. It's like, oh, we gotta keep the people afraid, I guess. And the fact that you have 1,000 hospitalizations and you have thousands of new cases indicates to me that the virus isn't as strong as it was. Now, it could mutate, it could get stronger. This still is nothing to ignore. But why do they insist on pushing it this way? They're constantly pushing this way. They're shaping the numbers. They're presenting it a different way. And at the same time, where the heck is it? No, it wasn't that one. I guess I must have closed that window. At the same time, Murphy's saying, well, we're not going to close up again, which is great, but weird. He has an opportunity to close up again. He has a perfect opportunity to do that. Now, either he realizes that'll be completely detrimental to the state, and it would be, and that he can't have that anymore because the election's going to be over soon, and the only reason he was doing it is for political purposes, or what else? I mean, like, what's the other explanation? That now he feels that we're not going to destroy the economy. Now's not the time. I mean, he's still keeping it kind of locked down. And look at the picture of him. He just looks totally pissed off. He's still keeping the emergency going. I mean, if it's an emergency, why don't you shut things down again? Not that I'm encouraging that. I want him to lift everything. Lift everything, Murphy. It's pointless now. You're going to destroy the entire state. For what? For your stupid political career? Your political career that you could have went out on a high note. You could have been like Chris Christie. Chris Christie, I mean in a good way. Chris Christie worked with Obama during Sandy. You worked with Trump during the virus. Why can't you continue to work with him? Is it that important to you to win one presidential election? I mean, really. When he opened it up, you should have opened it up. Tom Wolf's got the state open. Philadelphia's open. It's just across the river. You don't think people go back and forth across the river every day? I've been back and forth across the river 10 times. You're ridiculous. Anyhow, in other South Jersey news, Attorney General's office surveyed less than half of South Jersey law enforcement agencies have tasers. Again, tasers aren't the end-all be-all to everything. Sometimes they don't work. Sometimes you shoot them and it catches a close, but not the if you don't hit the person, it doesn't do anything. And I just heard Officer Tatum, and you should totally watch his videos on stuff like this. If they don't hit enough muscle groups, the guy is just gonna, he's gonna be hurt, but he's just gonna be pissed off and still able to move. I mean, ideally, a taser hits a bunch of muscles and then like paralyzes the person so they fall down and are incapacitated. But it doesn't always work. You know, the guy's drugged up, out of his mind, adrenaline rushing, or he's just a big guy and he shrugs it off. We've seen it happen again and again. You know, it's, if you call the cops, understand you've called guys to shoot somebody, potentially. Okay? Just understand that. Don't call the cops for every little thing, is the first lesson. The second lesson, if you do call the cops, be very, very careful. That's not just for one group of people. That's not just for one race of people. That's everybody. Whether you're white or black or brown or Asian or whatever. Doesn't matter. The cops have guns. They don't know who you are when they call the cops. Not necessarily. They should. If you want more community law enforcement, then you got to make smaller communities with smaller police forces. That would help things. Oh, we got to get everybody a taser now. Oh, yeah. And then you'll be complaining, oh, I got tased too many times. Police are still searching for a Berks County 14-year-old Nellie Tolentino, last seen in South Jersey over the summer. So I guess keep an eye out for her. Where was she? I bet she was in like a summer camp or something. Missing since May 26. Jeez, that's a shame. She's a resident of Reading, but was last seen in Vineland on June 18th, and then in Atlantic City on July 20th. Well, that's weird. Why was she seen in all these places? I don't know. If you see her, call the cops, because she's missing. Speaking of crimes, Jersey Shore pizza maker gets prison for tax fraud. That's a shame. It shouldn't happen. A Jersey Shore pizza maker has received a 15-month prison term for filing false income tax returns, authorities said. Giuseppe Ensue, 61, concealed $1.2 million in taxable income from a Wildwood Crest pizzeria over a 5-year period. Is this Mac and Manco's? I think it is. Or it was. No, it was for Sal's Pizza in Wildwood Crest. That seems like too much. Seems like too much. Look, fine him. If he's in jail, he can't make the money to pay it back. Fine him and move on, I say. Prison, maybe probation. You can put a guy like this in prison? Makes no sense. Punish him, but don't. Prison for this kind of crime, no prison, I say. New Jersey Congressman Van Drew, who ditched Democrats for Trump, battling to keep a seat. Well, finally, we get some things on Van Drew. I think he did the right thing. Hopefully, he's going to win. But, in a bad omen for Van Drew, Trump, to whom the congressman pledged, quote, undying support in the Oval Office appearance last year, is also running behind the Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden in Van Drew's district, which stretches across southern New Jersey and includes Atlantic City. It's tough. Atlantic City, it's a city. It's going to be mostly Democrat. But, Van Drew's challenger says many South Jersey voters suffering from unemployment, worried about their health care, changed their minds about Trump's because of his handling of the virus. It's really revealed the lack of leadership. It turns right into an article about Amy Kennedy. Man, they really want Amy Kennedy. I hope, Van Drew wins. According to this, he's losing against Kennedy 49 to 44%. But the polls have been wrong about Trump. I'm convinced they're totally wrong. So hopefully they're wrong. Go out and vote. Hopefully Van Drew gets in. And finally, South Jersey business makes cheesecakes from the heart. There's a house of cheesecakes. Ooh. Not a huge fan of cheesecakes, but I like them. When they're good, they're good. Those look nice. Yvonne Battle. Is that how you say that? Ihan or Yvonne? I guess it's Ihan. Battle owns a thriving cheesecake business these days, but often reflects on the visions of cheesecakes first danced in his head more than 25 years ago when he was an in-house patient transport at Cooper Hospital. Oh, this is his dream to make cheesecakes. Where is this place? Ehan's House of Cheesecakes. That's pretty cool. Ooh, that looks good. Peach cheesecake. Nice. Where is this? Ooh, that looks little tiny cheesecakes. Ooh, there's all pictures of cheesecakes. Let's look at these. I saw that. All those look good. Not sure where that is. Ooh, these all look good. I like the toppings of the cheesecakes more than I like the cheesecakes themselves. You know, the actual cheesecake part, I'm like, I could do without. I'll just eat the top, thanks. Oh, well, looks like good stuff. Where is this place? Wow, he's got so many pictures. Oh, it's on Delsey Drive. All right, so if you want to check out the House of Cheesecakes, 835 North Delsey Drive in Clayton. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 9 to 6, 856-881-0403, houseofcheesecakes.net. Delicious. I like to end on something happy or delicious or both. That's it, Pineys. We'll see you tomorrow.